Okay, so this is a pretty easy mulligan. This is nice that we're on the draw because we're gonna coin something out here. We don't want the 5 drops. Pretty easy to put those back. We do want the 2 drops. We're playing against rogue, so we want to come out fast so that we can try to put them on the defensive early. A lot of the time, this deck, if we have the coin, we're just gonna coin out a 2 mana card on turn 1 anyway, because we have so many of them. We should reliably be able to play one on the first and second turns, and we can even play one on the third turn with this hand. And we're just gonna Alec first, just to see what we draw, if anything. Let's see what we get here. We do not draw the Yeti. Too bad. And our opponent has a Stranglethorn Tiger in the deck, which I guess is something to be aware of. It probably will not matter much. Stranglethorn Tiger is a very nice card. That'd be a sweet thing to have in here. Oh, I was very much hoping to draw a card, but I guess we'll have to be happy with our sweet curve out. We've got we've got a turn 2, a turn 3, 4, and 5 plays all set up, and these are all good and aggressive. Like Piloted Shredder's sweet. This guy has a lot of power, so hopefully he loses the draft here. Oh yes, so we get to. We actually don't even need to kill this. We could just hit face because this isn't really that big a threat. Does our opponent have backstab? Nope. And we're not going to play the bear trap because this opponent's likely to dagger and use the dagger in this to kill one of our creatures this turn. So we'll save the bear trap because they're probably not going to trigger it here. This, I guess, saving this is good because we have the Violet Teacher in the deck also, so any spells we don't have to play early are good because we can save them for that. And getting an extra 1/1 out of this is just, good value if we're not giving up anything to do it. So the opponent will go face here because they just forgot to attack. Oops. We're gonna send the Elec into his Wind Fury creature because the 1 damage isn't gonna do anything for us yet. So we're gonna send the Elec here, and we're gonna face with the Toad, I think. Yeah. Next turn we've got some good things coming up, and this is our most expensive guy, but it's good to know that we're gonna have that to play on turn 9 just to help clean up whatever's going on at that point. What you got there? The Cut Purse will likely not trade with one of our creatures. I think a lot of players are going to be greedy with this and not use it to kill a 3/2. So that would be something that we could play the Bear Trap for. If we do put out our Piloted Shredder, our opponent can use the weapon and this to kill it, but that lets us keep a 3/2 in play. It lets us keep the pressure up. We also have the option of playing the Bear Trap and using power, but then we don't really... Well, we still have this as a turn 5, and then we can play this on turn 6. I suppose that's not a terrible option. Our opponent is likely to use this on our 3/2 just because we're putting on so much pressure, but we'll save the Piloted Shredder. We'll go a little bit slower here so that we can get value out of our hero power. This is especially good against Rogue because for their power the Rogue basically trades their life points for mana because the Rogue only has to spend 2 mana every other turn to have a knife up, but they give up life points because they have to attack our creatures. Oh, nice. And he did not save the weapon here, so we get the bear, which is sweet. What does he say? Thanks. That's actually a little bit rude to say thanks there, I think, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. Oh no, he's gonna kill the bear. Then we'll say well played if he kills the bear, because that will be well played. The opponent will have anticipated our bear trap. and defeated it. What was I saying before this? Oh, so the rogue basically trades. That's fine. The rogue basically trades life points for mana because they save mana on their hero power, but they have to hit us. They have to hit our creatures to kill them. Here, actually, we're just gonna play the Baron. We're gonna power again because we're gonna at this point start just using the power every turn to keep a lot of pressure on this opponent. But because the rogue does that to save mana, it means our hero power is much better against them because they have less life that they can trade off to remove our creatures. And we came out pretty fast in this game, which is good. Good because we got an extra like 9 or 12-ish damage on the opponent. We are going to want to power again. We don't want to use Tundra Rhino because we don't want to send both of these into his thing. So we're probably just not going to attack this turn. And we'll play a 4-3 and we'll shoot. And we are going to keep doing this because this puts our opponent on a 6-turn clock with just damage from our hero power. And it's actually, even if we never attack them again, it's a 5-turn clock because we'll get 4 damage from this. This is like, the turn we play this, it's like we're powering twice. So we should be all right here, even if we never manage to attack the opponent's face again. And realistically, we should have another chance to do that because we're gonna remove the 6/5 at some point. So that guy's gonna hit our bear, which is fine. It's not actually a 2-for-1 because he's drawing a card off of this, so he's cycling his Acolyte of Pain. But he's trading a 4 mana worth of cards for our 3 mana worth. I guess we actually spent 5 on it. Well, no, because he sapped it, so he spent 2 and then 3, and he spent 2 and then 5. So yeah, this is all right. Again, we don't really want to send the Tundra Rhino into this thing. But we probably do want to kill it. We have the option of playing the Silverhand Knight here, or the Rhino, or this Berserker. The Berserker doesn't do a lot of damage, and he's probably not going to want to hit this thing. Although it is good against his Knife Juggler, I suppose. This all just kind of depends on how we want to try to approach ending this game. I don't think this is very good because he can send the 3/3 into our 2/2, so we're just getting really a 4/4 for 5. So we'll go with the Berserker, and we'll power. And I think that it's okay to wait on this another turn. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll go ahead and pass. That may not be right because we can use this to put 4 damage on his Lord of the Arena. This is actually has been kind of an awkward card for us to play around right here. But we could use it to make this into a 6/1, but then he might like Shadow Step it. He might bounce this in some way. Oh, hey, that's what we were hoping for right there. So the Knife Juggler did hit our Berserker and turn it into a 5/6. So this guy can now trade here, and we can hit. Can't kill him this turn, but we could do some damage. This is interesting that actually the opponent has managed to do quite a bit of damage to us. I think we're still all right because we can hit here. All right, we can hit here. Oh, our hero power deals 1 extra damage, so that's actually relevant for our class. But we'll play this beast and kill his Knife Juggler. And it is probably better to just develop our board here. The 6/5 slowed us down a lot more than I expected, actually. I was thinking we would have an easier time dealing with that. But we didn't really have a good way to get rid of it without sacrificing quite a bit on our part. So, yeah, there actually is a chance we lose after this. Um, Although I think we're okay. But that was a little more difficult than I expected. Oh, and they've all got stealth. Does that mean we... So this... That's unfortunate for our opponent because the stealth creature actually can't block. So, because he played the conceal, that gets us around the taunt. So, that is that's something. Yeah, this deals 3 damage. Let's go ahead and do that. The Kraken would have been a much cooler way to win, but how many times do you get to add damage to your hero power in Hunter?